Welcome to Keys to the City. Our mission for this program is to provide information to all of our viewers, new citizens as well as lifelong residents, by highlighting Somerville's departments, commissions, and citizens that together make our city a great place in which to live, work, play, and do business. They are the keys to the city.
Well, 311 is, it's not just an easy to remember number, which it is that first and foremost, 311, an easy number to remember and to dial to get in touch with the city, but it's a way of putting customer service in the forefront of what we're trying to do here in Somerville. By using a number like 311, people can easily remember it, and they can call that number anytime, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and get in touch with the city and have us either answer your question, put in a work order, or route your call to the correct department that it needs to go to.
So your trash day would actually be on Wednesdays, with the exception of when there's holidays, then it would be on Thursdays. And seeing that you're new to the city, would you like me to send you a welcome kit?
Also, we've had 311 here in Somerville since December of 2005. In that time, we've seen call volumes increase to a point now where we're projecting to double our call volume in 2007 over what we took in 2006. But it's been around in the country since 1996 when the FCC created this program specifically to lessen the burden of non-emergency calls that went through to 911. Well, here in 311 and with our core hours, which are 8:30 to 4:30 Monday through Friday, and we stay open until 7:30, just like City Hall does on Thursday night, we have a total of 5 employees. One of those employees, part-time, she does handle other responsibilities. So there's 5 employees, myself. But we are 24 hours, 7 days a week here in 311. We never go home. We never sleep. We have after the core hours in City Hall, our calls are answered by operators, skilled customer service representatives that have been trained, that work down at the public safety building at the police station, and there's 4 full-time employees that work around the clock down there as well. So we do have a total of 9 people that in some way or other are associated with taking the 311 phone calls, and that allows us to operate 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Well, my role, I'm the Director of Constituent Services. It's not easy to say that title, but my role is I was in charge of developing the 311 call center, putting it together, building the group, and now I oversee the day-to-day operations of the call center. I'm also the trainer for the City of Somerville, so I do all the customer service training as well that we do here in Somerville. We're trying to do an entire revamping of the way we treat constituents in Somerville. We want to treat constituents of Somerville just like customers, just like they would if they were dealing with a bank in the private sector, an investment company. We want to treat them that good, if not better. We're trying to treat everybody who lives in Somerville just like they were a customer.
Okay, and could I have your name, please, sir?
It's a novel approach for city government. It's not something that has really been shown in the past, but we're trying to do that here. So my job is to make sure the constituents of Somerville are treated fairly, give out accurate information, courteous service, and make the overall experience of doing business with the City of Somerville easier. We take a few hundred calls every single day. We were just before the summertime, we were up to close to 1,500 calls a week. So we're at about 300 calls a day. Monday's our busiest day, and it slows down by Friday. Friday it's a little bit slower here for us. But it slowed down over the summer, but now school's back in session, and a lot of the college students are back in town from their summer break, so we expect call volumes to increase again. When we first started back in 2005, the only department we really worked with was the Department of Public Works. That was the department that pretty much everybody in the city uses. It's the biggest bang for your buck. Everybody needs their trash picked up. Everybody needs the potholes filled in the streets and the graffiti moved from the walls so the city looks like a nice place to live. So we started out working with them. Well, we've had a lot of strange calls, and sometimes it's fun to get the strange calls. We had a person who was a good friend of a school teacher here in Somerville, and they called us up and they wanted to know if we could, since they didn't live in Somerville, we could recommend a restaurant for them in Somerville. So we asked them some questions. What kind of restaurant are you looking for? You're looking for high-end, expensive, or middle of the road? And with the information they gave us, we made a recommendation. Almost all of our staff here in Somerville in 311 live in Somerville. A couple folks do not, but mostly they do, and a lot of them lived here all their life, so they have a really good idea. We give directions out a lot for people coming to the city from other parts of other cities around us, other parts of the state. We've had people who were traveling on Route 495, believe it or not, in the Haverhill area, called up and asked us where the next rest area was. We were able to log on to the computer. We went into Mass Highway and we looked up, we found out where they were, and we were able to tell them, yes, indeed, they had a 5-minute drive to the next rest area, and it was a brand new rest area that they put in on 495. So we've had some different calls. We've had some angry callers, certainly. I would say around the snow season, we have a lot of callers that want to make sure their street's getting plowed, or if a plow does block someone's driveway in, they'll call us up and tell us about that, and we'll do everything we can to help them out. It's not something that I think can always be avoided, but we'll do whatever we can to help folks out in that situation. But overall, people have been very positive, and that's something that I'm very pleased about. And my staff is that more often than not, and largely, we get positive feedback on what we're doing here. And occasionally we do get people who, give us some constructive criticism and feedback on how to be, how to get better, and we take that and we certainly act on that. But it's fun to hear the good stuff too, and we do hear quite a bit of that, and that's one of the rewarding parts of this job.